What? Oh, I'm using the talk button. Let's get that. And let's actually see what this cloudy tube is. A weird artifact. It's probably... Oh, what is this? Is it a... It's a broken. Shucks. We will never know what that is, will we? Oh, well, maybe we'll run into a fix-it spray. Or I could always travel back to Joppa and see what it is. Not always, technically, but I can go see there if there's any... there are any fix-it sprays there, if there's not any here. Of course, it'll waste a charge, but I have plenty of full batteries, so I can do that. Better than traveling on the world map and then dying for no particular reason. Although you do lose the possibility of running into a traveling trader. It seems to me that it's easier to run into traveling traders if you are lost. I don't know why, but at least with my luck, it seems like they're always there. It's probably just a big coincidence, though. I would not count on that being an actual game mechanic. And let's just take that, even though we're not going to be ever using it. Let's look at this elastine skullcap. It seems to be good for cooling. That's pretty nice. I didn't know that. But I don't really think there are very many cooling enemies in this game, and the ones that are in this game kind of stink. And we got a lacquered flaming steel battle axe. I am going to get that, and I'm going to use it. I'm happy that we came here. Let's take some more of this stuff. And pretty soon, we are going to be done with that. And there are plenty more chests in here, but they're really obnoxious to get with phasing. One advantage of disintegration is you can actually destroy the walls and make it so that travel is very quick and easy. When you're using phasing, you have to wait and all sorts of other craziness. So, it's not nearly as fun or easy. So let's put that right there and then put that there. I think the my first weapon is the weapon that we use more often. I don't know if heat damage is better than regular damage, but whatever. I decided to put that there anyways because flaming is cool. Actually, it's probably better to not do it this way, but I'm gonna do it this way anyways. And let's just wait for forever, and eventually 8, 3. Hooray! This is a staircase there, and actually it turns out that you can get there by going through this staircase and then traveling in the underworld or the dungeon and going up to that entrance over there. Just wanted to show that off. I may as well, since I have to wait for the next phase anyways. I can't get through with just one phase. There's also a trader to the left that's not too difficult to possess, and a trader down here which is more difficult to possess. The trader to the left always has data discs. The one down here always has data discs and tinkering bits. So if you want to get data, just get all the data discs immediately at the beginning of the game and just do amazingly in terms of data discs. Know how to make everything, which I have gotten just tons of data discs from the guy before and had a huge list of things you can tinker here. Then you can go over there and do it, but for the most part, it doesn't seem worth it unless he has something really nice there. So let's just go over here. I'm a little disappointed that the electrofuge doesn't have a special eating text. Some enemies do have special eating texts, but the electrofuge, which rarely drops its corpse, didn't, which again I'm disappointed in. And why am I traveling when I am so close to full weight? Always make sure that you drop all the unnecessary things that you have just for trading or whatever, or for stockpiling, before you leave a town, unlike me. Let's drop all this useless stuff. The nylon backpack, we already have a nylon backpack. We could give this to somebody, but I doubt it'll be useful. Let's actually go over here and see. There's nothing. Okay. Let's see if this guy has any, he has a data disc, but it does not seem that he has any fix-it sprays, which is a little disappointing. I'd like to figure out what that one thing is that we got. It might actually be a laser pistol. I don't know. But somebody decided to break it by accident, so we might never know. Just drop all this stuff. I wonder if you, when you die, you could see your most advanced artifact. I don't know if it lets you see the most advanced artifact that you haven't identified, though. Let's drop all this stuff because we don't need any of it. And pretty soon we will be ready to go to Golgotha and see what is in Golgotha. Whoops, we don't want to drop all of our water, then we're going to die. Now that we have all this stuff, all of our basic necessities, our simple bare necessities, let's go. Just use the auto path me to a stairs function that I use, even though one shouldn't do that. And let's actually try to conserve some of our water vine stuff by picking up random corpses off the ground and eating them. How do we make sure we eat them? We turn automatically eat off. Now we can just carry around tons of these, and we're carrying too much, so let's drop something that we don't want to carry. Let's drop... I think that these guys aren't so fantastic, but whatever. We don't really need to carry that many. Probably we're already carrying more than enough. Feral dogs seem to be a very good source of good things to carry. Let's just see what's in here. Hey, look, it's chests. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's not deal with this. I just want to see what's in here. We do want to get a regenerate auto-injector. I feel really bad leaving this stuff. Let's remember to come back here. But, because even though we're trapped inside here, we're able to go back to the world map, which is one reason why it's pretty fun to do that. And now let's not get lost now that we have that compass bracelet, right? Up, we're starving. Let's eat. Yummy. Yummy. Yum. Oh, already full. And now we can land right here. And we travel to Golgotha. Hooray! Now this is a very dangerous place. Be very careful here. Because we don't want to get killed by a goat folk sower. Probably the most dangerous guy around this area. We might be lucky and run into a snapjaw. Meaning this is snapjaw territory and not goat folk sower territory. One thing I tend to do with goat folk sowers, though, is try to hide behind things like that tree. And now our guy got scared by the grenade slash seed, and now he's trying to change maps. No, he's not. Okay, good. I was worried he was. So let's just... another thing you want to do is go next to these guys. They're not going to throw their seeds if you're next to them. So if you can hide and travel around or trick them to come towards you, they become pretty harmless for the most part. They are not very powerful when they don't have these seeds, which I hate. So we actually were able to get the seeds. The seeds sell for, I think, 5 drams each. Here's a little bit of a glitchy message for no particular reason. And we couldn't heal entirely because the Goat Folk Savage and Yurt Warden, which he can use guns. The Savage is just good in terms of melee combat. He's pretty good at that. And it's pretty hard to possess any Goat Folk people with domination. So we are not in the best position, to be quite honest. We may even have to use a witchwood bark. But after this, we should try to go to sleep behind something like a tree. Someone already knows where we are. There you are. And now we can go to sleep here. Hopefully nobody will find us because we are hiding cleverly. And that's actually, I don't know why I'm not doing this earlier. Let's try to see if that precognition will give us something nice. Then we'll go back to sleep. One thing, you want to use it as soon as you possibly can, even if it interrupts your sleep. Like if it says, oh wait, let's see. Analytical Genius, I hate this ability. Let's get it. Yay! Yeah, let's go back. Hey, we're famished again. It's not nice. So it's going to be loading the game back, and we're not going to have Analytical Genius, which lowers our ego and makes all of our mutant abilities worse than they should be. Instead, we're going to be using eating a bit of food. Oh yeah, we dropped it way over there, didn't we? Let's actually get that and get that. That's the gun that the one guy had. And let's go back to sleep right there. Should have finished it before leaving. The safety of the place. Now, one thing about this, if you don't have domination, one thing you could do is use precognition. We can't use precognition yet, but if you use precognition, you can go into these places and see what's in here. One reason why you want to do that instead of just jumping in and then jumping out is you can't jump out. These guys don't let you jump out of these places. And there are several entrances, each with their own trap. So we want to make sure to... Oh, shaman. We want to make sure to kill the shaman. Shamans are pretty dangerous, to my knowledge. I've actually been killed by a frozen Goat Folk shaman, which is a little weird. But, oh yeah, we also have a steel plate mail, by the way. I upgraded that. Probably should have seen that if you were paying attention, but I don't know why anyone would want to pay attention to something like that. Whoa! Okay. Maybe he'll throw and hurt his own friend. Well, now that he's next to us, he's not our biggest concern. It's this guy who's our biggest concern. Let's see if we can deal a good amount of damage before we have to eat that witchwood bark that we're definitely going to have to eat. Actually, one thing we can do if we want to be obnoxious, is this. What was that, guy? So now let's go to sleep inside of here. This is a closed place. There's no way in or out at all, ever. And here is a harmless little jump. I suggest never going in here because you're going to get hurt for, I think, 300, 400 damage if you jump down here. I guess if you have enough HP, you can theoretically survive and get to the bottom floor very easily. But this is meant to be a way up, not a way down. And, yeah. Notice how the door is locked, and we can't get through that. But there is a switch here, and if we press the space button while near the switch, we can open the door or close the door. Interesting little thing that they added to the game when they added this place. I don't know if you can open that with a purple security card, if there even is a purple security card in this game, which there might be. So that would be an interesting test, but let's go over here and see all these entrances. Yes, there are very many entrances. I'll go over the entrances as soon as I find a guy to possess. That's really what I'm looking for right now. A guy who's easy to possess. Now that I've cleared this place out and it's pretty safe, we're going to try to find someone foolish enough to follow us. I think that if we see these white walls, these, whoa, I want to see what the wall is. These Fulcrete walls, that means that it's a ruins place. We want to stay away from those because they tend to have dangerous things. And it's moving a bloody goat folk sower. I think that was the guy who was chasing us earlier. Well, that's a little nice. Thanks, game. I hate those guys. Oh, that's a goat folk sower right over there. But here's also a goat folk regular guy. So let's get him to follow us. And hopefully he's going to travel to the next map with us. Good. Now, these guys, as I said before, are very difficult to possess. But they're possible to possess. So, let's fail to do so. Actually, can we use precognition? Yes. I would not say it's worth using precognition before trying to dominate these guys. Unless you just want to have 2 chances to dominate them. Because, doesn't particularly matter. Let's see, psychometry. Let's actually get that for a second, because I want to test something. Whoops. No, get off of that. Yeah, we can open that with psychometry. That's a pretty nice thing that we can never really want to use. Because, again, that's an exit, not an entrance. So, it's not going to be useful at all for us. Even if you have wings, it doesn't let you just descend down there gently, which is really frustrating. Oh well. So let's run away from this guy. Whoa, what? Who just shot light? Did I just shoot light? Yeah, sometimes when you end precognition or domination, I think it's really just precognition, you end up, your character actually gets to move before you get to control him again. So it's a little weird in that way. It's a little glitchy. So let's try to possess this guy again. This time we succeeded. Let's see, he has nothing in his inventory, and he just has massive horns, but he's still very dangerous. Now let's see what's down here. Let's see, the first dungeon that we enter is going to be Electric Dungeon, and we have a security turret. That's not so nice. We're going to want to try to avoid being in his vision. That security turret, that is. And building zone sometimes means that domination's broken and you're going back, but I don't think that he hit us. The various... there are these various vents here, and there was also the conveyor belt, which is always wounded, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, it's wounded. Probably because some idiot set up these spark things. So, the spark thing, I say, is not the hardest, not the easiest. Maybe the second easiest that I'm aware of. The easiest seems to be the fire one. The fire one is, oh, before I go over that, black ooze. You don't want to be stepping on any of these oozes, because not only can they sometimes get a bad taste in your mouth, and I don't know if that hurts you or not, they can also ruin some scraps that you have. So let's accidentally get zapped by that. One thing about these sparks is they're random, so it's very hard to dodge them. Meanwhile, there are other traps in these places. The fire trap, which is much easier to avoid. It is also very dangerous, but it's so easy to avoid that it doesn't particularly matter. Now notice how they changed color. When they are the more vivid color, the more bright color, that means they're about to let loose. So if it's a fire trap, you don't want to be right in front of it right when the thing becomes brighter. Same with these guys, you want to stay far away from them. The hardest one of these traps seems to be the fuming trap, which is incredibly deadly, incredibly hard to get past. And let's take a little shortcut here because we don't really care so much. Turret. Let's kill the turret. Turrets have very little HP. So that was probably the correct option to do. Now, one thing also, sometimes you can actually change which